Welcome back to our channel, where today we dive into the captivating world of history, exploring the intricate dance between passion and power. Throughout the ages, love has fueled revolutions, wars, and monumental decisions, often altering the course of history. Let's start with the tale of Cleopatra and Mark Antony, whose passionate affair led to a tumultuous alliance that left an indelible mark on their romance. Was as much about political maneuvering as it was about love. Together, they challenged the might of Rome. But did you know their passionate union ultimately led to both of their downfalls, culminating in the famous naval battle of Actium? The consequences of their love story weren't just personal, they shifted the tides of power in the ancient world. Now, let's shift gears to the lavish court of Louis XIV of France, the Sun King, whose extravagance and passion for the arts. Louis didn't just wield power, he used it to create an unparalleled cultural renaissance, influencing fashion, art, and architecture. He famously said, "L'état, c'est moi," meaning I am the state, illustrating how his personal ambitions were intertwined with absolute power. Yet, it was his passionate pursuit of grandeur that ultimately drained the French treasury, setting the stage for future revolutions. Speaking of revolutions, we must talk about Rome's own love-struck rebel, Spartacus, whose affair ignited a slave revolt against. Spartacus was not only a skilled gladiator, his passion for freedom inspired thousands to rise against oppression, leading to the Third. This rebellion was fueled by love for freedom and the bonds of brotherhood, showcasing how passionate ideals can spark monumental change. Fast forward to World War II, where love also played a surprising role, as soldiers fought not just for country but often for their sweetheart. One fascinating story is that of the war bride phenomenon, where many soldiers married women from the countries they fought in, forever changing. Love stories like these have forged new alliances, demonstrating that passion can even transcend the boundaries of war. Now let's ask, what about the women behind the powerful men of history? Take Eleanor Roosevelt, for example, whose passionate activism changed the role of women in politics and human rights. Despite being married to one of America's most powerful presidents, she carved her own path, advocating for social justice and global peace. Her passion not only transformed the perception of women in leadership but also left a lasting legacy as a champion of human rights. But the intertwining of power and passion isn't always romantic. Sometimes, it's about loyal friendships. One such bond existed between Kings Richard the Lionheart and Philip II of France, whose complicated relationship fused rivalry. Together, they led the Third Crusade, united by passion for glory, yet their friendship was as volatile as the wars they fought. This blend of kinship and conflict over time ultimately would lead to betrayal, showcasing how passion for power can unravel bonds. And then there's the story of Joan of Arc, a peasant girl who displayed such fierce passion that she inspired French troops to victories during the Hundred. Her unwavering faith and conviction propelled her into a power struggle where her passionate beliefs clashed with political agendas. Tragically, her fate sealed by those threatened by her power, she became a martyr, demonstrating the often harrowing intersections of passion. What about the infamous duel of Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr, a true testament to how personal grievances intertwine with political rivalry? Their deadly confrontation was rooted in deep-seated pride, ambition, and perhaps a touch of ego, leading to a shock that echoed through history. On a lighter note, did you know that the British Parliament debated whether or not to legalize same-sex marriages as far back as the 1830s? Although it wasn't successful then, the passionate push for love and equality laid groundwork for future movements, demonstrating again that power. So, what can we learn from these historical intertwining tales? Passion can be a catalyst for change, a driving force behind revolutions, decisions, and sometimes even wars. Ultimately, history reminds us that love, ambition, and power have always been inextricably linked, shaping the world we live in today. As we close, consider this: the passionate stories of the past influence our present in ways we often take for granted. From ancient tales to modern movements, the heart of passion continues to beat strongly through the corridors of history. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the intricacies of love, power, and history. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating insights into the past.